Hey America, and welcome to Hollywood. We are at the Grauman's Theater, the world-famous Egyptian theater, and we're not here for just anything. We are here for the world premiere of the Pete Rose documentary, 4192. Now I know it sounds like a film about a ship going across the sea and landing in America. No, this is about one of the greatest baseball players ever to play the game and is the #1 hit king on this planet. So sit back and relax. We got stars and we got Pete Rose himself here. We're going to show you all the behind the scenes action at the world premiere of 4192. What does this moment mean to you, this film getting ready to be told and you being here?
Well, first of all, it was a lot of fun doing it because reminiscing about when I played and reminiscing about growing up and hearing my father's voice in the film and seeing all the guys that I played with and all the guys I played against.
Mr. Simmons, J.K. Simmons, very, very famous actor, has been in a lot of things. Thank you so much for coming here tonight. What does this night mean to you, you being the narrator of this project?
I get to see the whole thing put together for the first time. We actually just shot these narrations less than 2 weeks ago. And Terry went, back into the room and bing, bang, boom, cut it all together. And so I'm anxious to see the finished product.
A very dear friend of my wife, she's with us, Alana, has a son who's a wonderful baseball player and terrific and loved all the stories of Pete Rose and has all the stuff. And she actually met him at one point, got the autograph for him. And I said, well, guess what, Hayden? Let's go see this. And I'd never met Pete Rose. I met Johnny Bench and interviewed him for a thing called Greatest Sports Legends, and he had great stories about Pete Rose. But as I'm sure you did, I remember his exploits. But Hayden's only like 12 or something, and he knows the entire history of Pete Rose, so it'll be fun for him.
I think a lot of kids can watch this movie, and they can go away with, if I work hard and I dedicate myself, and I believe in what I'm doing, I can accomplish anything. And I think that's really what the story's going to tell, how dedicated I was to the game of baseball and how dedicated I was to my father and how he mentored me and how we always emphasized winning and making the fans happy. And I think a lot of players today have to understand that when you open them gates, if nobody comes in, it's no fun to play.
I'm from Pennsylvania. He was a Philly for a little while. Even though the other guys had him, but I don't know. I'm here to support one of the greatest ball players of all time.
Being a Cincy guy, what does this night mean to you? Being at a documentary,
it's about Cincinnati, man. We're here for what we're here for. It's behind me. We're here for the Hit King. So I'm out in LA, and they're doing the premiere. I had some business to take care of, and grew up watching Pete Rose and whatnot. So they said, "You want to come to the premiere?" And I'm like, absolutely.
He was quite a ball player back in the day, and as a matter of fact, I was at the game in '73 against the Mets in the playoffs, which was called the Rosebud Affair, because Pete Rose took out our little shortstop. And I wasn't a Met fan, but I call him ours because he wasn't, on a New York team. He took out Bud Harrelson, and there was a big to-do, a big brouhaha, and a big fight broke out. So Pete Rose was booed pretty boisterously for the rest of his life whenever he came to New York. But always intense ball player, fantastic to watch, and you love to hate a guy that good.
Who's the toughest player that you played against?
Oh, man, that's a tough question because you got to remember I played against Stan Musial, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, and Roberto Clemente. Take one of them. Okay, they're all four the same. I think the greatest baseball player in the history of baseball was Babe Ruth. And I always say that because what Babe Ruth did, not too many people can sign up for, and that's he saved the game of baseball. There's not too many athletes, that hadn't played in 90 years and people still know who he is. I think the year 2300, people would know who Babe Ruth is. Right. And he don't even have the home run championship anymore. So Babe Ruth is an icon, and when you can save a sport, which Babe did, is pretty dynamic.
Will I learn anything new from this documentary? I'm sure that I will. Like any great documentary, I'm sure it's going to tell part of the story that I've never seen before, so I'm excited to support it.
Being a kid watching him, what do you want to take away from this film maybe that you didn't know about it before?
Well, you know what? I don't know. I'm probably going to learn a lot of stuff about him. Actually, I'm from Cincinnati. I used to teach high school there, and I taught for a year in the high school that he graduated from. So West Hills, West High, yeah, West High. So so I mean, it's just kind of cool that like paths cross and roots are there and all that kind of stuff, and Pete's a self-made man, and so it's just really an honor to be out here.
What is the one thing that you want people to take away from this documentary tonight?
That's a good question. I really don't know. I mean, I think they're going to realize how much fun I had when I played. How much fun I really had when I played. I had a lot of fun playing. And that's partially because of all the great teammates I had. I played with Hall of Famers like Bench, Morgan, Perez, Seaver, Carlton, Schmidt, Dawson, Carter. Those were all my teammates. And they're all Hall of Fame players. I mean, when you're hanging around with Hall of Famers, you start feeling like one. They make you feel good.